I guess more than politically speaking, talking about the Little Rock Nine, the historical significance. Bud Cummings is here, Jessica DeLoach is here. Guys, not too long ago, I saw a family, an older couple, walking around the Little Rock Nine statue on the Capitol grounds. I grew up here in Little Rock. I knew the significance, but when you see that emotion, an older couple just looking, for you guys, what is that historical significance as we're really staring at 60 years since such an important part of our history?
Well, I had a very great experience during high school where we celebrated, where we spent an entire semester in my English class studying the Little Rock Nine and what their stories were, and it gave us an opportunity to dig deep on an issue that's very important to our state. And so, like you, when I drive by the Capitol and I see that wonderful tribute to the Little Rock Nine, I see kids running in between the statues and playing with them and taking their pictures, and it is one of the happiest things I see as I drive through the Capitol grounds. And so it has meaning to people across generations and will continue to have meaning as we continue to face challenges within education and creating more equity for people and communities. So I just think that this weekend is going to be a wonderful reminder of everything we've worked for and where we still have to go.
Bud?
Well, and as you travel the country, when you meet people and tell them you're from Little Rock, a lot of times they're gonna go to this very quickly, and it's in some respects, it's not the most attractive part of our history, but in some respects, people, if you dig into the history, and I'm kind of a history buff, and events like this give us an opportunity to kind of get down in the weeds and really see what happened. I mean, race is very complicated, but a lot of people, both black and white, in Little Rock stood up and tried to do the right thing at the right time in a difficult time, and I think it's very positive, really, in the end for Little Rock to revisit that history and to show the courage that was demonstrated by a lot of people in the city.
Taking a look at the video, taking a look at the pictures still today, the strength of the Little Rock Nine is just incredible, and hearing their stories over the years. And we will hear some of those stories this weekend. Several events happening. How important is it for us to mark such a huge occasion and for everyone in Little Rock to be involved with this event?
Well, I think that it's important that we do this for a number of reasons. Looking back at how young these people were when they were having to take a stand just to fight for a better education and for equality within our school system, which is supposed to be this universal place where we raise up generations and make them their best and give them their footing in life. It's so incredible for young people to hear those stories, especially right now. It gives you hope, and it shows you that you can do something big no matter how young you are.
I got to ask a harder question here surrounding this, and we remember where we were 60 years ago and how Little Rock helped move this along. Where are we now, politically speaking?
Well, again, race is very difficult, very complex, very sensitive. I mean, we've seen in just the recent months how serious events in Charlottesville, for Virginia, for instance, nationally, in regard to historical statues, have been debated in a healthy way and also misused in an unhealthy and political way, oversimplified. Again, I go back, I think it's really important that we all learn our history, and history is not simple. It's not a question of these people were bad, these people were good in every instance. There's nuances. You have to adjust for what people knew at the time. So I think it's really important that we encourage young people to do that and not try to oversimplify any of this. There's heroes, there's villains, and there's everything in between.
Jessica, where are we now?
Well, I do think that there's still a long way to go when it comes to maintaining or creating greater equity within our education system. And we see that conversation take place as you've seen this battle between charter schools and traditional public education take place. That conversation isn't ending anytime soon, and a lot of people who find themselves on one side of that issue are there because they do believe that where things are headed with education in this state and across America could lead to a place where there's less equity, less opportunity for people who come from disadvantaged circumstances, and those are people who just want to make sure that those people have the same opportunities. And I think that same argument could also be made on the other side of the coin too. So again, we still have a ways to go, but we certainly have come a long way, and this weekend will reflect that.
But it's important that we do it in a way of unity and not division.
Yes.
Some people want to divide us for political reasons. That's wrong. I mean, these are things we all need to work on together.
Definitely a weekend to come together. Thank you so much, both of you. Bud Cummins, Jessica DeLoach, we appreciate you. All of the events kick off today with that sculpture being unveiled, and then Monday, tune in, a very special edition of KARK for Today. You'll be live at
Yeah, I'll be
Central High
live at
School.
Central High School. Going to, look into this process. 60 years, big celebration, definitely worth it. All right, let's take a break. We're right back.